A couple days ago, I posted a video about us renting a car because we have family and friends coming over. So we rented a van, an old 2006 Toyota Sienna. It wasn't perfect, and turns out it didn't really last that long. The air conditioning in the front would kind of go on and off sometimes, and then it had the exhaust leak and the gas gauge didn't work. It was delivered empty apparently, but I wasn't really sure, so I filled it up. It took about 800 and something pesos. And then we drove about 200 kilometers and the gas tank went back to zero or empty, but apparently when it gets to half empty, it just goes to zero, but you still have half a tank. But I didn't really trust it, but we were driving around anyways, and then the gas light came on, which was a little suspect, so I actually went to go fill it. I filled it up with almost 1,400 pesos. I returned it because it was just kind of a disaster, so we got a new car. It's a 2016 Dodge Journey, I think. It's a little better, it's a little newer. So I rented the van originally because we needed 8 seats, and turns out it only had 7 seats anyways, because instead of having bench seating, it had 2 captain chairs, so only had 7 seats to begin with. But this one does have 7, so you got the 3 here and then 2 there. It's a little tighter squeeze, but it'll work. But this one actually drives really nice, doesn't make any weird noises, and it's a little newer. Check this out, it even has keyless entry and keyless start. So I'm on my way to Home Depot. I got to get a couple adapters for a vacuum. Not all that far, it's about 10 minutes away. But this is kind of like what the highway looks like in Playa del Carmen. So on that side is the ocean, and that side is the rest of Playa, where it's all going to keep growing. And when somebody says on the other side of the highway, it's that side, further away is what they mean. That just kind of gives you an idea of the layout of Playa here. Typical Mexican road, there's no lines on the roads, so you just kind of go with it and people stay in their lane. So it all kind of looks very familiar to the ones you'd find in Canada and the US. Obviously they have different offerings. They do celebrate Christmas, but what I like about this one, it's got like the jungle right in the middle of the parking lot. It gives it a whole different vibe. If you're familiar with Home Depot, walking into this one will not feel any different. You'll be able to navigate and find everything you need, as the layout is pretty much the same. So I'm coming to Home Depot to buy some adapters for the Rigid vacuum I bought. We decided against getting a traditional home vacuum just because they all suck. And I know the Rigid shop vacs work perfectly, and with all the dust, it has a filter and the bags. It just makes it a lot easier to use, and they're much more powerful. The adapter I bought will just reduce the hose size to fit the vacuum head I purchased for the tiles and rugs that we have. Okay, Home Depot shopping was a success. I bought the adapters I needed. But now we're gonna head home. Thanks for watching.